Welcome to Two of These People Are Lying, a simple game show talking about what you've just learnt and lying about everything else. My name's Joe, and this week I'm joined by another three guests who are going to launch it out of space and search the cosmos for the truth. Our first guest is one half of Top Grumps, coming back for his second week in a row, Lee.
Oh, get in, I'm first.
Yeah,
I beat Chris. I finally beat Chris at something.
I thought I'd give you that one, I felt bad. The second guest is the other half of the Top Grumps show, back for the second time in a row and fresh off the toilet, and we know that for a fact because he sent us the video. Chris.
All right, how you doing?
Not great since you sent that, like.
I'll send you the after shot later.
Oh, please don't. And the illustrious leader of the Nerdy Up North group, community head honcho, El Jefe, and hopefully survivor of the episode that's about to happen, Paul.
To be fair, though, I thank you for having us on. I've survived Top Grumps. That is the worst show I've ever been on in my life. So this will be a breeze.
Let's see if we can do. Let's see what we can do. So they say you learn something new every day. So I'll just ask you: have you learned anything cool this week?
This might be interesting and might just be bullshit. The lifespan of a housefly is around about 28 days. There's not much you can do in 28 days, I think.
What you can do is fly through the tiniest gap in someone's house into their living room and then smash your head off all of the walls.
And get attacked by cats if you've got cats in the house.
Oh,
Cats do love chasing a housefly.
You just hear like crunch. And you're just like, yes. Get on.
Yeah, I tried to freeze them before.
No,
freeze a fly?
Not...
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can put them in. Or you put them in the fridge,
Yeah.
and then you get some string and tie around it, and then you've got a little pet fly.
A little pet fly on a string.
Yeah,
This has got to be serial killer behaviour from the Grumps.
It
Here,
absolutely
like
has to
animals
be.
Here.
Yeah.
Right, I learnt this week that they have a special hammer, a dead Pope hammer, that when the Pope dies, you hit him on the head with it 3 times to check he's dead.
Oh,
right,
it's not about ringing the bells. It's just to check the Pope's deed.
The Pope, and it's like, oh, I'm absolutely knackered today, mate. And going for a sleep, and someone starts bashing you in the head with a little hammer.
The cardinals get sneaking into his room with the hammer, just get ding, ding, ding. I'm not fucking dead, man.
I've put a little picture of it in our chat.
Oh,
You can see
fantastic.
it. I hope they hit him with the flat end and not the hook end.
Not the pointy
Yeah,
end.
why is
It looks
one
like a
pointing?
tungsten hammer. It's like what you get on the bus.
How this game works is that one of us will be selected to sit out for a little bit and the remaining players will each read a unique article from Wikipedia. After the players have read their articles, the articles will be put into a hat and one of those 3 is drawn by our 4th player. Every player must then tell us what that article is about, but only one of them knows the truth. The truther will have to recite what they've only just read, the other 2 will have to bluff and lie their way through it. So, as is tradition by episode 3, I will go first. The article is Carol Duckworth. Lee, I'm going to come to you first.
It's not a duck. Carol Duckworth is an international indoor bowls player from Zambia.
From Chris.
Carol Duckworth's an accidental archaeologist from Reading.
Fantastic. And Paul.
Harold Duckworth is famous for inventing a special duck call.
So, is Carol Duckworth a Zambian Bulls player, an accidental archaeologist, or the inventor of a duck call? Sorry, accidental archaeologist from Reading. I must specify the Reading part.
Yeah.
Now, did you know I've been to Reading, Chris?
Right?
Yeah, I didn't
That's
see
what you'll know.
I didn't see any statues of Carol Duckworth. Can you tell us more about how is she an accidental archaeologist?
She was having some problems with a gas main in her back garden. They uncovered it. As the men were there, she was standing there giving them cups of tea and that. She was like, what's that? Dinosaur bone?
A dinosaur bone in Reading and a gas main, but the people digging up the gas main, they got no credit whatsoever.
It's just workmen. They were just like, it's another rock, isn't it?
It's just
She was just like...
We uncovered dinosaur bones all the time. Dinosaur bone it was.
I don't know the type, but it was only a little one.
Right.
It wasn't like the T-Rex you see at the National Bone Museum or whatever. It was just like a...
National Bone Museum.
Lee, tell me more about this Bulls player.
Beautiful Zambian name, Carol Duckworth. She played Bulls for Zambia, and then went, do you know what? This is shit. I'm going to move to Essex. And decided to play there instead.
Paul, A woman called Duckworth inventing a duck call.
Yeah.
Interesting. Please explain more.
Yeah, it's simple. She got obsessed with the TV show Duck Dynasty, and she was very involved with one of the characters called Cy Robertson. And she realised that watching the show, how these guys made millions, like I'm talking millions, of doing different duck calls, and how simple the process is. It was probably the first British woman try to take over the American market with this unusual duck call.
That was crazy before you started talking, and now that made the most sense in the world. And I'm like, shit, that's probably it. But then I'm like, an accidental archaeologist, batshit crazy, Zambian Bulls player, crazy but plausible. I'm gonna go on a gamble, and I think that Carol Duckworth, I think it's Lee. I think she's a Bulls player.
Yes.
Yes! Yes! So, since it's the first time on the show, Paul, you can have the honour of going second.
The name of this page, or the person of this page, is Haruka Matsuri. So hopefully I said that right. So we'll go with Lee.
Hideki Matsuri is a Korean rapper.
Little wee Chris.
Hideki Matsuri is a Japanese naked festival.
Our Scottish Joe. You can do it.
Okay, so Hideki Matsuri is actually a Japanese chef.
What does he specialise? What?
Like pizzas and kebabs and that. No, he's a sushi chef. He's got his own TV show. Early 2000s, and he had a show where he was traveling all around Japan and trying out all the good little like fishing villages and that to try and catch fresh fish and make sushi with people.
So Chris, tell us a bit more about this naked festival.
Would you want to know about it?
Where is
Where
it?
can I go?
How do I get tickets?
It's a religious festival held in Japan. The men, no women, don't let women in, strip off the clothes, release these little Japanese demons, which are meant to eat your bad luck. And the goal is for the naked men to touch them, and then they bury it in secret. Brings you good luck for the rest of the year.
So Lee, what was this Korean rapper's biggest hits name?
Gamsahamnida, which means thank you.
How many has he got? Like many albums or?
I don't know. I didn't read that far.
So this Japanese chef, has he got like a Netflix special or anything like that?
No. So the
No.
TV show only ran on Japanese networks, and then after it was done, he just went back to his restaurant.
What's the restaurant's name?
No idea. Just the article just said he went back to just running his restaurant.
When was the last time that people performed at this festival, Chris? This naked festival. When was the religious event?
Obviously, COVID happened, didn't it?
But COVID's been over for a while now.
Yeah, and the aim is to touch the demons, and demons can carry COVID.
That's
So
right.
stop for that.
Lee, I don't know if there's any like lyrics.
I can't get the lyrics. I don't know how to read it. But there's other songs. At Niyo, Day Back, Iol Magio. These were all on the same album.
I think Chris fucked him with COVID. Like when he brought COVID in, I think no, it's bullshit now. So I think Joe's telling the truth.
I'm not. Is he a fellow liar? Are we gonna? No. Oh, it is.
I'm telling
No.
the truth.
No. No fucking way is it a naked festival for men only to catch and rub demons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this next round is on Machi Moi. No, it's not a Village People song. I want to be a Machi Moi. We're going to start with Joe.
Interesting that you mentioned the Village People, because you wouldn't have found this person in the Village People, but he should have been, because Machimoi was a type of soldier.
Chris?
Japanese mascot for a ramen place.
Paul? What's Machi Moi?
The South Korean James Bond.
South Korean James Bond doesn't sound very plausible. I'm going to be completely wrong here, aren't I? Damn. Right,
You never know, because, it's never going to be a naked festival. That sounds crazy.
So, a soldier.
You know, obviously, when you've got an army, you've got to kit them out and that.
Gotta match them all.
From what country?
It was ancient Egypt.
My questions don't help at all. Like, it's not like you can see any country, I'll be like, oh yeah, that seems like it's from that country.
Azerbaijan, actually.
A Korean noodle mascot or something like that.
No, it's a Japan again. A mascot for a ramen restaurant.
I feel like I've heard of Machimoi as well. Like, it's
Have you
something
been
in
to
my head.
Japan?
It's like,
Have you had his noodles?
I haven't been to Japan, but I eat a lot of noodles.
But you do like spy films as well, don't you? Though.
I do like spy
Yeah.
films.
Do you like South
And
Korean
I've
spy
never
films?
heard it. I haven't heard of Machimoi. The name's
No.
Moi. Machimoi. So, is there many Machimoi films?
No, it's not film. It is actually the National Intelligence Service of South Korea like the Korean Central Intelligence Agency, or the KCIA, has one brand of like spies that they're called machimoys to infiltrate and go into North Korea. That was formed in 1961.
Who did he spy on in 1961?
North Korea.
North Korea?
Yeah.
That's weird, because North Korea and South Korea weren't divided at that point.
That's what it says. That's what it says on it.
Oh,
I don't know that. I don't know if that's a fact. I'm just trying to throw
Oh,
it out
I
there.
just thought you were
Yes.
absolutely dropping knowledge bombs. Like,
There was a little bit of panic in your face, though. Chris, what does Machimoy the mascot look like?
So it's a little ball sweet. It's that in a ball with some noodles tipping out the side, as if someone got excited and dropped some. He's got 2 eyes. A
He's got
mouth.
2 eyes and a mouth. Yes.
Yeah. As of today, I'm sorry for dating this episode, but it is National Chopstick Day.
I feel like I should grill you a bit more on this, Joe, because yours is the most normal of the 3.
it is, isn't
We're
it?
there. I resent that.
How is mine not normal?
The headquarters is in Seoul. That's the one. The motto is,
Where?
"We work in the dark to serve the light."
Can I just pick? Can I go for Paul? Because like Seoul is actually in South Korea, isn't it?
If that's the basis you're going off, God help you.
I'm gonna go for this because he is actually spouting some Korean facts. I'm going for Paul. Are you lying?
I am telling porky pies.
What an awful thing to say on National Chopstick Day. Machimoy are ancient Egypt soldiers, 600 BC to 300 BCE.
I was gonna go for you as well, but then it was like Paul going, "Oh, he worked in Seoul," and it was like, hang on, Paul doesn't seem like a geography buff, so like,
It's
we must have
Whoa!
a
Don't you
Wikipedia
dare
page open.
disparage my geography knowledge. But I do have the Korean National Intelligence page open, so that's why I was reeling off the stuff.
Was that actually
Their motto
like stuff about them is true?
well, it's not the Machamoy, but they've got.
In the darkness, serving the light.
Yeah, that's their motto. We
No,
work in the dark to
that's-
serve the light.
Oh my God. I was just like, Paul's full of shit here. This is awful. That was the true part. Fucking hell. All right, that only leaves Chris.
Joseph Mortimer Granville. Start with you, Joe.
Joseph Mortimer Granville was the town founder of Granville, Tennessee.
Paul.
He was an inventor.
Lee.
He was an American artist.
That gives us note these questions. Right. How did he found this town in? Where was it? Sorry.
It was in Tennessee. The early days of America, it was about railroads. Joseph Mortimer Granville was part of a railroad company to build a railroad through, and they needed a stopping off point near water so they could refill the steam engines. So they built Granville around the station that they built, but it was originally just a place for trains to stop and, refill on water.
Paul. What did he invent?
He was known for inventing and first patenting electrical vibrator for relief of muscle aches, exclusively for male patients, to help with hysteria with women, to stop them being crazy. Just give a crazy woman a vibrator, chill them out, apparently.
What did it look like?
Like a vibrator.
Like what? Like a rabbit, or like one of them guns that go like that?
Chris just opens a cupboard and he's like, one of these? One of these? What about this?
Lee. He's an artist. What kind of artist?
It's like abstract. He's famous for he painted a picture of his grandfather using white paint on a white canvas.
Even if it is true, I don't like that. Is Tennessee not a bit too far south for the railroad because they're quite limited? I know roughly a bit about the railway lines through America.
Through Tennessee? Aye, of course it was,
Yeah.
man. The whole Eastern Corridor. You thought you'd catch me out on railway facts. You don't know me at all. I've got a speedrun world record on train sim.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And when was this vibrator patented?
1880s.
And that's the first one.
It was the first one. I've got an actual name for it as well. Granville's hammer.
Did they use it to test if the Pope was dead?
What country was this in?
In England. He was an
England.
English doctor.
No, there was Victorian dildos. Right.
That's
yeah, this
still
is
the
hard,
fact that
this
this
one.
was used to cure women's hysteria. Have an orgasm, you'll be okay.
I've heard that because there was loads of women went to the doctor pretending to have hysteria and that, and they're like, oh yeah, have a little cum and that. But
Have a little fun.
right, I suppose I should ask about this abstract art again as well. But when was this?
In It was born in 1971, but it doesn't say when it was painted. But it's in the New York Metropolitan Museum of Art, and the paintings of his granddad, who was called John Wagonblast.
Oh, that's got to be a lie, that.
If I was going to make something up, would I not come up with a normal name and be like, oh, his granddad was called John Smith or whatever? No, John fucking Wagonblast.
I would assume you'd have the surname Granville, to be fair. Or what was the painting called?
John Wagonblast. It's his granddad in the painting, so he's just named it John Wagonblast.
I think I'm gonna have to. I don't know. It's a pure guess, but I'm gonna go Paul.
I am telling the truth. The Granville hammer was the real thing.
Well done, Chris. Fucking hell. You know what? When you said about curing hysteria, I was like, I read this week as well.
Yeah.
Known for having first patented the electronic vibrator for relief of muscle aches, exclusive for male patients. I was like, surely that's the wrong demographic there.
Lee was making up John Wagonblast. He's not a real person.
No justice for wagon blasters.
All right, that brings us to the end of the show. Thanks very much for watching, and great job, guys. That was a joyous episode. Do you want to do a joint plug?
You can find Top Grumps on YouTube. Go and look on the Nerdy Up North YouTube. It's not in the podcast list because we're not a podcast, according to Paul. He's put it into the playlists. So go in the playlists, and there's about 20 videos for Top Grumps episodes in there that you can watch. Also, we're on Instagram and TikTok, or we're also on Facebook. Lee and Chris send nudes, and you can find us many other places on the internet. Go and have a look.
Do you want to add anything onto that?
Happy Chopstick Day.
And Paul, where can the people find you?
You can find me wherever you look. No, I am. If you search Nerdy
in the
North,
hearts of children everywhere.
in the charts and minds of all nerds across the nerd countries. But yeah, no, type in Nerdy Up North. The website's there. The Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the YouTube's like say an amazing thing. All these guys put so much effort in, like do some amazing work on there. Lee's been doing some great Dragon Ball videos. Chris has been doing his own reviews on certain anime. They've been getting involved with trailer reactions, just having a lot of fun. I want to get the community involved. If you want to write an article, if you want to do a review, a short story, we'll publish it on the website and you can share it with as many people as you want. It's just all about having fun. You can just love what you love, and that's what Nerdy Up North is all about.
Right, brilliant. Right, that is the end of the episode. Everyone wave and say goodbye. Bye.
It's okay, so it's Hadouken Missouri.
It's okay.
No worries.
For the rest of your days.
Normally when I'm doing this, I always wear the same hoodie, but I'm wearing a pink shirt today instead of a white one. It just looks like I haven't moved. If you watch like episode 1, 2, and 3, it looks like I've just been sat here in the same hoodie, just getting gradually.
It'll look even better when I'm on the first and the third. It'll in a different.
Chris is back. I haven't changed clothes. Stinks in here. I cannot believe it's actually National Chopstick Day.